ask you all the questions, and you lied to my face, saying he was just a friend. What? Friends with benefits. I didn't know what else to do. I should have been and played on.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Red, and I'm back, and today I got another video. On August 13th of this year, as I previously stated in one of my other videos, I'm going through stuff with my dealing with my stomach, and I developed, a bad gerd and gastritis. As y'all know, I'm a singer, so singing and stuff like that, the acid come back up, and that could interfere with whatever you have going on, your vocal cords and stuff like that, especially over an extended period of time. So, I was prescribed this medication to help with the gerd, to keep, the acid from refluxing. And I took the medication, and that same day I didn't read the side effects. And it's stupid on my part, but when I took this medication, 5 to 10 minutes, and I was on the road. I had to go somewhere that day, so I was on the road driving, and I was coming down the back road, and all of a sudden my body started feeling weird, and it felt like a overwhelming, tired type of feeling, type of sensation, like everything just came over me at once. And when that pretty much happened, I'm like, in my head, I'm probably just tired, but it was a different type of tired. And then, I made it a little farther. They have a tunnel right by my house. I made it down, a little bit farther. And when I got out the tunnel, all hell broke loose. At a red light, my body shut down. My body, I panicked. I don't know what happened at the time. I didn't realize it was a panic attack I was having. It just felt like I was dying. Like, it felt like that was it. I couldn't breathe. I'm up in that hole in my chest. I was sweating real bad, and I had to try to make a detour. I'm trying to grab my phone. My body just got weak. I'm trying to grab the phone. I call my people. I'm like, can somebody please come and get me, because I'm not gonna be able to make it. My daddy came, and he was like, go pull on the side. And I had to park at the dollar store at the front of my house and leave my car in the parking lot, and he brought me back home. And from that day I slept. I went back to, after that day, I'm thinking, it's gonna go away, it's gonna wear off. And unfortunately it didn't. And I went to the pharmacy, and I asked them about what's in the medication. My people came with me as well, because I really couldn't function at that point. My whole life was a blur. Like, I was tripping. Mind you, when we was in a place, the lady was like, well, just drink a lot of water. I was drinking a lot of water. I bought a detox to try to detox it out. I knew it was the medication, because previously, I already had generalized anxiety. I get generalized anxiety, just, small stuff here in the blue moon. It's nothing overwhelming to me, to the point where I actually get derealized. When I tell you, it's like one of the most scariest things ever. Like, I felt like I was losing my mind. I didn't know what was exactly happening to me after taking one 10-milligram dosage of a medication called metoclopromide, aka also known as reglan. So if anybody, me personally, it didn't work for me. I see a couple of people saying it worked for them, but me personally, it did not work for me. It just made matters worse, a lot worse than what they actually are or was. Within a night, like, as soon as I took it, like, my body, I had to go bring something to my uncle, and I really couldn't make it. Like I said, my life had got turned upside down just by taking one 10-milligram dosage of this medication. Ever since then, it's been real hard to cope with some of the things that's been going on. And what the medication really did was, the feeling I felt was, which I just learned the name for it. It's called Derealization, Derealize, depersonalized, basically like an out of body experience. Like basically I was walking around here like a ghost. You know, I had to quit my job. I couldn't work. Like it had me catching bad panic attacks. Like it seemed like every TV show I try to watch, something on the phone, I couldn't sit still for a couple of minutes without going into a panic attack. Like I felt like a ghost. Like I had you know, and still feeling like this. You know, it's a lot better now, but you know, it was like an out of body experience. Like I wasn't myself. Like everything around me seemed fake, like my reality. You know, I tried to go in Walmart with my people. You know, I was working part-time, and you know, because that's all I really needed. You know, as you know, I also take acting classes. I got a lot of stuff going for myself. But so I was working part-time, you know, to do what I need to do. And you know, I tried to go in Walmart one day with my people, and it's just like the bright lights, the lights were so bright, and it seemed like I can't be around too bright of a light. Being around a whole crowd, bright lights, a lot of people talking, mumbling, moving around, and all that, it just was like that threw me into a frenzy. You know, I'm telling my people, like, I gotta get out of here. Like, I feel it's about to come on. Like, y'all know, like, if y'all in the studio and you singing or you talking and like the little thing go up and down, it seemed like that's how the anxiety was in my body. Like the little meter was going up and down. Like the meter will go all the way up to the red, to the I'm about to explode part, and then it'll come down a little bit, then it'll go back up. And I felt it within my body. Extremely depressed. You know, I didn't really feel, I did have suicidal thoughts, but I didn't really feed into the suicidal thoughts off of this medication, which that's a side effect. And what I learned is anxiety is a major cause of derealization, depersonalization disorder. What made me realize, first of all, when I felt it, I said, wait, this feeling felt familiar. No, it was a familiar feeling. I remember when I was 17 and my ex was 18 at the time, and I had my little friends and stuff, and we used to always, you know, smoke and stuff like that. And if my ex see this, you know, she might see this, because I know I also post this, you know, on a lot of other stuff to promote the videos or whatever. But I remember me feeling this feeling when I was 17, and I had smoked some weed, and we was smoking because that's what teens do. You know, we was getting high. And I remember one day I got so high to the point where I told my ex, and I'm like, you know, something don't feel right. Like nothing feel real around me. Like when I look outside, the grass don't seem real. It look fake. Like the sky seemed fake, the clouds, the houses, I can explain it like that. Like it just didn't look real, you know. I was completely detached. But that lasted for about a week and a half. So I couldn't think of the term for the longest until I read up the side effects of the medication, and I seen other people giving their reviews on this particular medication. And I remember seeing a couple of people say they had symptoms of derealization, mild psychosis, out-of-body experience. And what I did was I took it up on myself and went looked up the side effects of the medication, and went looked up the meaning of derealization, depersonalization, and, you know, psychosis and all of this other stuff. That basically summed it up for me. Like I didn't really have to go searching for nothing else, because that was basically my answers. And you know, ever since then, you know, it's like I'm trying to get myself, you know, out the house. I want to start working again. I want to start doing the things that I once loved again. My birthday just passed. My birthday was on the 20th of September. I actually slept on my birthday, but I did manage to do something on that Saturday. I think it was the 26th, but I did manage to get out the house and try to, you know, do something positive. So my family took me out to eat. You know, we had a nice dinner at Bobby Ebell's, and the food was really good. But you know, I really couldn't really enjoy myself because of the dissociation, aka derealization. And I'm I would say I'm doing a lot better now compared to when I first took the medication, when it all hit. And I took that medication August 13th, on the 13th. I tried to go back. I went to work. I tried to go back to work like that. Oh my God. Like, it seemed like my body wanted to just, I was so anxious. My body wanted to run away from me. Like, my body wanted to do something. I don't know. And I told my boss, I said, I'm not going to be able to do it. In my life, felt like this a day in my life. And I instantly started thinking, like, did this medication damage my brain? It was like, I can't live like this for the rest of my life. Like, I can't be this way for the rest of my life. Like, I've come too far. Google is not the cure-all. Google will make you think you have something that you don't have. Google will make you paranoid as the fuck. So my advice to anybody is to just stay off of Google, because Google is not a place that you will want to go for to find out what's going on with your body. Go to a real licensed doctor to find out what's going on with you instead of Googling it, because Google will give you so many illnesses that you do not have. You know, I'm looking at myself to make sure I'm real. I'm patient, and I'm not gonna lie to anybody out there who dealt with this. Dog, I'm truly sorry. Like, it couldn't get no worse than what it is now. You know, hope y'all heal just as well as I pray for myself to heal from this trauma. You know, what the medication basically did was, I thought it messed up something in my brain, and I was panicking. I told one of my friends, I said, I don't know if this messed up my brain chemistry. I don't know if I'm stuck like this. As I'm talking to y'all right now, it's not real. It seemed like I'm like a game. Very, very seldomly, because I don't want my body to get used to that, and I don't want to have to wean myself, pull myself off of that, and then have, you know, withdrawal symptoms from that medication. I don't want to have my body to rely on that, because that's not who I am, and it wasn't who I was. So I'm fighting to get myself back on the right track. But to anybody who experienced this, anybody who went through this, I'm truly sorry. Like, I already, before me taking this medication, I've already suffered mild anxiety alone, but it was never like this. I thought I was going crazy. I thought I had to go sit in a psych ward. It's like I was losing my mind. Nothing seemed real, you know, and I feel a lot better now. Like, I can honestly see, before then, it was like a whole brain fog. Our reality was going on inside my body, and how I'm looking at you, you know, however it go, like, it just didn't seem right. So I know it's gonna I progress, and that's the truth, you know. But however, I would never take the medication again. It, like I said, you know, it was drug induced. Weed did that to me back then, and although I don't smoke weed at this very moment, but like for my birthday last year, I smoked weed, and I smoked weed very seldomly, but it didn't happen. But the feeling of this derealization, I think I feel more derealized than personalized, because derealization is mostly like looking at your outer world in a different type of lighting. But I'm starting to drive and starting to do the things that I normally would do, and I'm starting to feel a lot better doing it. So to anybody out there that's suffering like this, either whether it was drug induced, I had it before. I had the derealization before, off of weed when I was younger, and I tripped out over that, off a little bad weed trip, and you know, I recovered from that. It was like a week and a half. You know, I still felt high. Back then, I didn't know they had a term for this until I went looked up until I was looking up this medication, and I seen people saying derealization affects left, and I went and looked it up, and I'm like, that's what I'm feeling. Like, I went and looked it up, saying everything is fake, nothing is real. I look at my car not real, look like a little toy, you know. It's hard, bro. It's hard. So what I will say is, I wish a lot of people that's around the world, I hope y'all get better, and I know you will get better. You have to want it for yourself. Don't think about it as well on my journey to recovery, and I hope y'all feel better from however it happened, whether it was weed induced, whether it's just personal trauma, something that you're going through that left you derealized. But one thing that did scare me though is looking on other websites or whatever. I don't look at the websites, I mainly look at YouTube videos, and I see in the comments, you know, some people see they had it for 6, 30 years, 40 years, 12, 10 years. That's something that's why they tell us to stay the fuck off the internet, because that's the type of shit that you will find, and that shit will scare you, and it's gonna make you have another panic attack, and off of that panic attack is gonna be followed by more intense derealization. So it's a fight, and I'm never gonna stop fighting, bro. I'm never gonna stop fighting. And anybody going through anything mentally, dealing with this, it does get better. Happiness, good health, wealth for the rest of this year, into rolling into next year. And I hope y'all feel better. I'll catch y'all in my next video.